Hello, and welcome to the VMware Integration with VNX video. Here's the agenda for this video. First, I'll provide an overview of the Virtual Storage Integrator, or VSI. Then I'll talk about Unisphere for VNX and the vStorage APIs, followed by a live demo. The Unified Storage Management feature of the VSI plugin allows a VM administrator to provision NFS storage from VNX for file and VMFS or RDM storage from VNX for block. The administrator can also do the following to virtual machines that are stored on NFS data stores: compress or decompress virtual machines and create fast or full clones. Cloning is done on the VNX instead of the ESX server. This reduces network traffic and offloads the work to the VNX. Fast clones use snap versioning technology to quickly create thin clones from a gold copy, which is typically used to deploy virtual desktops. A full clone is the exact copy of a gold VM. The storage viewer displays the underlying details and provides performance monitoring of the storage presented from VNX to VMware. Path management allows you to configure the multi-pathing policy for native VMware multipathing or PowerPath. VM-aware Unisphere for VNX is a feature that allows visibility into the VM environment for LUNs that are used as data stores. A storage administrator can see what VMs are stored on LUNs that have been provisioned for the VM environment. After providing the vCenter details, Unisphere automatically discovers the ESX servers and VMs stored on VNX for block data stores. Lastly, VMware provides vStorage APIs, which allows arrays to provide their own integration points. vStorage APIs for Array Integration, or VAAI, allows for offloading storage-related tasks, such as cloning, to the VNX. vStorage APIs for Storage Awareness, or VASA, provide insight into the storage environment from vSphere. Now let's move to the live demo. Right-click on the ESX host, go to EMC, Storage Manager, Provision Storage. Next, I select disk/LUN to create the data store from VNX for block. Select the VNX you want to provision storage from and click Next. Here I'll select the storage pool to create the data store from. I'll use the latest file system version, VMFS5. I type in a data store name, VMFS data store. I can choose a LUN ID, SP owner, and capacity. For capacity, we'll use 100 gigabytes. I can also click the Advanced button to change the tiering policy for this data store. For this, we'll keep the default of Start Hide and Auto Tier. Click the Finish button to create the data store. Now I can go to the Configuration tab to verify the data store is listed. Provisioning a NFS data store or RDM storage can be done using a similar wizard. Now let's extend the data store. Right-click on the data store, go to EMC, Storage Manager, Extend Storage. Enter in how much you want to extend the capacity by and click OK. After the extend operation completes, the data store now has 200 gigs of storage. I have also deployed a NFS data store and deployed VMs on each of the data stores. Now let's move on to compressing VMs. Win8-NFS is a VM that's stored on a NFS data store. Right-click on the VM, go to EMC, Storage Manager, Compress. After a few minutes, I can right-click on the VM, go to EMC, Storage Manager, Properties to see the compression savings. Compression saved over 3 gigs of space, which is 40% savings. Now let's create a few fast clones of a VM stored on a NFS data store. I right-click on the VM, go to EMC, Storage Manager, Fast Clone. I select my ESX server and click Next. I select how many fast clones to create and the naming convention for them, and then click Finish. When I select a fast cloned VM and go to the summary page, you can see that it is using minimal space. You can compare this to the storage space used by the original gold copy VM. The storage viewer portion of the plugin also adds a EMC VSI tab into vSphere. This provides more information about the underlying storage details directly in the vSphere client. The VSI plugin also includes a path management feature. To use this, right-click on your ESX server, go to EMC, Set Multipathing Policy. You can choose which EMC devices you want to configure, and select the multipathing policy of your choice. I don't want to make any changes, so I'll click Cancel. Now let's take a look at VMware Unisphere. I'll hover over Host and then go to Virtualization. I already have my vCenter server added, so I will expand that, select my ESX host, and then click Properties. The LUN Status tab provides trespassing and SP ownership information for storage that's assigned to this ESX host. The Storage tab provides information about the LUNs that are assigned to this ESX host. You can also see LUN status and storage information on a per VM basis by looking at the properties of each VM. The Virtual Machines tab provides information about the VMs that are running on the ESX host. You may notice that everything shows as unknown because there is no operating system installed on these VMs yet. To demonstrate VAAI, I performed a vMotion from one data store to another, and then back again. The first vMotion was done with VAAI disabled, and the second vMotion was done with VAAI enabled. You can see that the first vMotion required more commands to be sent from the ESX host. The second vMotion completed with much fewer commands and also in less time due to the offloading of the tasks to the storage array. VASA provides additional insight into the storage used for VMware. I have configured VASA and created a storage profile for FastVP and FastCache. Now I will right-click on the VM, go to VM Storage Profile, Manage Profiles. I will select the profile I just created, click Propagate to Disk, and click OK. Then I will select my VM. I can easily and quickly see that the data store that the VM resides on is compliant with this profile. For additional resources, please visit EMC Online Support. Thank you for watching the VMware integration with VNX video.